Game Beard.
Let's build the sniper rifle. Here you can see a completed sniper rifle attached to a crab loader, right? So we're going to make this. First you want to print out your parts. You'll get 2 sets on one printout. So here are all the parts. You want to cut them all out. I recommend you make a few of these at a time, maybe 2 to 4. You can just cut out all your parts together. It's kind of therapeutic. But it's slow to build one, but you save a little bit of time when you build a bunch, like batch them, right? Like 4. Anyways, let's start with the easiest part. Here's the plate. Here's the plate that will attach. I want to fold on the center line, and then I'm going to glue it. We'll start there. You want this to connect. Let's see. Oh, that connected pretty good. Oh, well, yeah. Okay, and I'm going to glue it. Use my trusty white glue. Okay. I'm going to use my extra straight edge metal ruler to flatten it down. Maybe shaking the camera a little. Cool. I can just see the comments. Hey Dave, maybe you should have the camera independent of the table. It wouldn't shake. Yeah, it's fine. Everything's good. When I start making big profits, we'll see. Anyways, I have a little extra white. I'm going to trim it. So that may happen to you. Just trim it off. I have a little white here. Normally I'd trim it. I'll trim it. I was going to be like, no, I'm not going to trim it. No, I'll trim it. Okay. So, but you can trim that. Now, I have 2 tabs that need to be folded down, so I'm going to fold them down. Okay. So this is the plate that will connect with the loader, the crab. Here you can see there's that yellow, that's the new yellow center point of the model. Anyways, I'm going to put this away to the side. So we got that made. That's the same as the autocannon. Let's go straight to this piece. This is kind of an unusual piece, so let's look at it. So I had to cut it all out. Let's look at the parts that I cut out. So like this piece is separate, right? So like you had to trim it there. So that's a separate, I mean, it's all going to fold together, right? And it's going to make a piece, a shape, like the body of it. One thing to keep in mind, maybe you can remember this, it looks like there's a fold line right here, but actually you're not going to fold this line. So this is kind of like the shape of this piece. Looks like a boat motor. But anyways, you don't fold there. I mean, if you did, you just fold it back. But that piece is not that big black line is not meant to be folded on. But it does look like the other fold lines. This one either. Like that's just a detail. Okay. Well, I'm going to fold some of these tabs, and then I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. I don't know if you can see that. It's tiny. So this is going to fold. Okay. I got these tabs. Oh, here I number them. 7. I'm curious if that is going to really help. One thing on the printout, I put X's. I put like X's in the areas that I want you to remove. So you're like, what are the X's? Well, those are removed. So, all right. Okay. That doesn't fold. Cool. Well, just fold it back. It's been a while since I built these. Seven tab. I'm gonna fold that over, and then this piece folds over. Okay, so let's see. Did I get them all? Did I get these? I think I got this one. Okay. Okay. I want to fold. I want to fold this one. And this one. Okay. Let's see if I got everything. Oh, I didn't do that one yet? Okay. 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 So here you can see, so this piece is going to fold underneath. The one tab is independent of this gray tab. So you'd have to trim. You have to trim right in between those two. And that will fold over. Let's see. Let me see if I can... Strangely enough, I folded this 7 tab. I shouldn't have. I folded it, but because this is going to come over and connect to that. It's okay that I folded it. It's been a while since I didn't like build one like minutes before I built this one. It's been a week. Okay, and then I can kind of test fit these things. Oh yeah, so like this 3, has it been folded? It's going to fold the other way. So this 3 is going to go that way. Let's see, test fit it. Oh yeah, this. Oh no, that'll be okay. So the 3, yeah, okay. So here, let's see if we can test fit it, right? So that 3 is going to go in there. 7's, okay, and that's going to go in. Oh, and then this turns in. Oh, and that 4's, wow. Okay. Four tab actually bends up because it's going to go, you can just see, oh boy. Ooh, this one too, the 6. No. Okay. You can just see my fingers moving. 4 goes in. Well, all these tabs and shapes fold in on themselves, and it's going to make a shape like this. There are many tabs. So and then here you can see on top of this, well, there's going to be a new center point right here. So this is going to be kind of the front of this shape, and then the barrel is going to start attaching to this piece. So the question is, where do we begin? What do we start with? I would like to start with this. There's a lot here. Let's see. I would like to glue this center point in place. That's pretty important. And then let's see, could I get this 6 over here? Yeah. But if I glue this back 6, I also want to glue this, oh, I guess it's a 5. So what do we got? 6, 6, and 5. Let's try. 6, 6, and 5. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to start with this 6, and I'm going to hold and pinch it. Like, why? Why would I start with this one? Well, because this center point matters. Ooh, that's hard to get. It's hard because it's so small. I'm using my fingers. You might have bigger fingers than me. Trying to pinch that. It's kind of okay. Now I'm going to do this one. So it's like the 5 and the 6. The 5, okay, so let's see. I'm going to go here. I want to do that 5 first. So the 5 is here. I'm pinching it. It feels pretty good. Okay. And then the 6 will connect underneath this thing. So there's a 6 there, and I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna pinch it. You can't see my fingers there. Thumb's on the inside. Yeah, I'm pinching that. So let's see how well that works. Pinching it for a little bit. It glued to me. I don't know. Can you see? So I did that. 6. I think 6 and 5. I think. I am going to move the 1 over and glue that. Glue the 1 over, and then in my final build, I'm going to move it all in. Yeah, let's find out. Let's see if this works. So 1 to gray. Is that blurry? 1 to gray. I'm going to hold it. Let's see. I think this is a good time to glue 2 to the side so that 3 is in position to accept this other gray tab. So I'm going to glue 2. Okay, so I'm pinching it. Yeah. That's easier to pinch or to get my finger behind and to hold it in place. Okay, so that's nice. That's working. Okay, I got all these big 7s. Ready. The tricky part is this 4. That 4 is not cool. The 4 and the 3. Okay, I know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to have to use, so I'm going to add glue to the 4 in the, let's see if you can see this. So I'm going to add glue to the 3. Is that in focus? And the 4. And then I'm going to move this bottom shape up, and then I'm going to use a metal stick to kind of hold that in place. And then finally I'm going to position this final panel on top. And it looks like it's yeah, these shapes, yeah, sorry, this is underneath stuff, so if it's not perfect, stuff is going to be covering it up. It's kind of like the body. Okay, so I'm doing 4 first. So I'm doing 4 first. So I'm going to move this in. Okay, I'm going to hold it. I've got to move this thing up, and I'm going to get a stick to kind of push that into position. Let's see. Can't even see it. Okay. So I have the stick behind it, holding it with fingers in the front. I'm hoping this is working. We're going to find out. Oh, mostly. Okay, now let's try. Now we're going to try the three. So I'm gonna okay, let me get the stick. Okay. Oh, gotta make sure it's straight. This is good. This has got to be good for your brain somehow. You play all those video games, you got all that great eye-hand coordination. Now it's time to prove it. You're like, yeah, actually, I don't really have any good eye-hand coordination. Yeah, I know. Video games don't. Yeah, I'm sorry. Doesn't really help you. Helps you use your thumbs. What can you use your thumbs for? Well, I do use my thumbs here. Ooh, that's not so great. That's not so great. So let's see. I'm putting this behind. I think it's okay. Okay, so the last thing I need to do is position this and glue it to those 7s and try to make it as straight as possible because it can get warped. You got it. Okay. Some things don't have tabs. Look at all those 7s. Can you see them? Yeah. So glue. Let's do it. It's okay if they're popping up a little bit. That's fine because you want this big panel to like push them down. Got too much on. I'm gonna wipe it away. Okay, let's try. Okay. Now the trick is to make it straight. Looks okay. Okay. So here you can see the piece. This is the front. A little bit of white showing. Maybe I can paint that gray. A little longer in the back. Okay. So I'm going to put that aside to dry. Next we want to make, I guess we'll make the ammo box next. I've already made one. There's 2 of these. So I made the first one. You'll do this twice. So let's see where the ammo box parts. It's right here. Here's the ammo box piece. Okay. Bunch of basic folds. It's going to make a simple box. I'm going to fold the tabs in the side. Okay. There's a lot of lines here. The question is like, where do you fold it? Well, you fold it, here obviously for the tab. Here, this runs into those side pieces. Here's the bottom or the top. Here's another line, and then here's the other line. These are just details. But you know that the lines line up with the tabs. Okay, that is a lot of lines though. I'll show you. Okay. So it's going to be in here. so that you can test fit it. That piece didn't fold very good. Oh, it's Friday night. Can you hear those sirens and cars? Cool. Anyways, I'm going to glue this box together. So I'm going to add, let's see, I'm going to add glue to the white tabs. You want to get it near the edge of the panel in the white tab. And then you spread it out over the white tab, but you want to make sure you get it near the edge. Okay. Don't film on Friday nights. Okay, maybe you can't hear that stuff. Okay, so again, I'm going to move these little square tabs in. Move this. Oh, these are on the outside, and then this guy goes in. Okay, and I'm going to press it down. Boy, this one did not want to. Not liking this box. The other one was easier. Oh, okay. So I got to hold it. When you're gluing it, you want to check to make sure it's like square or as square as it could be. It's not bad. Okay. Got it. So, but I got to hold it. Sometimes you use the table to kind of hold it down, and so you can use all your fingers to press on multiple sides. Let's see. It's a tiny little square. Not bad, not bad. Cool. Okay. So now I need the little handle. So there's a handle. So we've got to make that little handle. The handle is this piece. I have to cut it in half, and then I'll glue those halves together, and then we'll fold it. Originally I made those to fold, like I made it to fold in half, but it makes a big stress mark. It's better just to cut it in half and glue it, in my opinion. You're like, no way, Dave, I'm going to fold it. Yeah, that's fine. You fold it. It's so tiny. A little white strip. I'm going to add some glue. Okay. Got paint on my fingers. Missed that. It's okay. It means I'm authentic. I got paint on my hands. I'm not trying to be pretty. I'm trying to be real. Okay. That looks pretty good. What's the top? The top is this kind of, it's more a little browner and has a little rectangle inside. That's the top. So I'm going to fold on this line and this line. This one folds out kind of. You'll see. Do I need to trim the white? Let's see. Maybe, yeah, I will. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to fold. I believe you get an extra clip. Oh, maybe not. No. No, it doesn't look like you get an extra. Oh, but you do get extra handles. So in case you mess up the handles. Okay, that's my first fold. Now I need to fold, like, I guess the feet are going to fold out. So I'll just fold them and show you. So they fold the opposite way. They don't fold down, they fold whatever, the other way. You'll see. Oh, it's so tiny. It's fun though. I like this little detail. It's like it may feel like a pain, but little things like this, you know, give some fun dimension to your, you know, project. Okay. Okay, it's very small. So then I'm going to add, you know, a little bit of glue here and here, and then just glue it onto the. I'll show you where though. It's a little different. Okay. Okay. So the question is, can I hold both and be in focus? These arrows point down to the bottom of the clip. So the top of the clip is here. It's actually kind of a wider clip, not as long. And it's that little red icon on the top. Okay, and then this piece goes direct. The handle goes directly on top of that. I'm just going to place it on, and then I'm going to use my fingers to kind of hold it in place, and then that'll be that. Let's see, is it centered? Yeah, it's centered. Okay, so I'm going to hold it. Is that going to be in focus? Maybe. Yeah. Okay. So you can see those arrows pointing down. That, you know, directs you how to insert the clip. So there it is. So the sniper has two smaller clips, or shallow clips, I guess. So you'll have two of these. So you'll make two. I already made one. Okay, I'll put those aside. Now we should make the beginning of, I guess it's the body of the gun, so it's this shape. Okay, it's difficult to see. But there will be, I don't know if you'll be able, boy, it's going to be out of focus now because I can't hold it on my palm. But there's going to be a line here. It's very faint, very faint light line, and another line here. This piece will fold in. I'll show you, and then this one will fold out, and it'll be, this is the inside of the body. Okay, well, let's see. I want to fold these tabs first. Ink. Okay. 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 These are easy. These just fold down. Okay, this folds down. But on that thin line, this will fold. This will fold out and out. Okay. So let's see if I can show you this. This will glue in. So it'll be like that. And then this will just glue in, and that's going to be the inside. So I'll glue those right now, and then I'll show you again. It's too much glue. Okay. You won't see most of the inside of this. The gun barrel will be in there, but it can't be paper. Okay, so now I'm ready to, well, let me show you that. I mean, it's moving. But there, so it's ready to, it will glue, it'll like attach like that. Okay. Well, now, let's see, I have these white tabs. They're flaring out a little. I can test fit it. Ooh, that piece is not folding. Okay. I have a little hair of paper. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna fold together like that. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Question is, should you do like one side at a time? I'm not sure. Try it. I'll just do it my way. I like to sometimes it's easier just to glue it all together, and you can try to hold it all together. And if you can, you know, use all your fingers at the same time to do it. Oh, come on, glue. And it's like too much glue. So when I do this though, I want to focus on making sure this is secure first. But then I'm going to then rapidly focus on these big tabs and make sure it's, you know. Oh, and one more thing. I put this out like, I kind of put it out, and then that, where it's like kind of bending out too much. And that way I can kind of like push it down into position when I'm gluing it. And that seems to help. Okay, so let's try it here. Okay. Oh, and my big tabs are bumping into each other. One of them has to kind of go into the other. Okay, here we go. Okay, so first I'm gonna push that thing down. Oh, I can't even get my finger in there. Okay, oh, well, yeah. I had to push away the other sides to do it. Let's see. Okay, I think I got that. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at it. So here, so it's like the body of the gun. This part, they're kind of separating, but we'll have like a support that will kind of go around that, and that will tie it together. What's the top? The top says, I think they both work for the top. It says flash. Although, it's going to be like this. You want access, you want to be able to read access from the side, so this technically is the top. Although this is the same as the underside. But access on the side will read. And if that's too small for you to read, then I guess it's not a problem. I can only read it because I've got a bright light on it. So I'm going to put this away and we'll go on to the next piece. Let's do the barrel, because I want the barrel to be dry when we're piecing it all together. Here's the barrel. It's just a big rectangle, and we're going to roll it. Roll it like a cigarette. Cigarettes will kill you, so don't smoke. At least they say they'll kill you. Anything will kill you. Okay, so I need to roll it. Probably going to flag my video. He said He said the word cigarette. I don't smoke. He'll still like condemn my video. Now, I want to roll this on something. You want something thinner than what you may think you need. I believe I've used this a long time ago, and this worked pretty good. But then, I don't know, in a batch recently, I used this brush, but it's a little too thick, although it feels like this is the right size. Like if the barrel was exactly the size, it would be good. But the problem is it'll be a little bigger than this, because you're kind of wrapping, it's not perfectly tight on it, and it's just a little bigger than this. It's a little too big. So I'm going to use something a little thinner than I believe I need. Now you're like, well, how do you know? Well, I mean, it'll fit in here, but it'll be a little. So this is a file, and it's a little thinner than I think. Like, well, what is that measurement, Dave? Oh, no, I don't know. It's really thin. So, but anyways, I'm going to use this. It's thin. And where do I want to begin? I'm going to wrap, this is the top side. So I'm going to start over here, and where's the front? The front is, this thing is that's the front of the barrel. Well, the one nice thing about this, it's a metal, it's metal rod, and it's the same, it doesn't vary, right? Okay. So first I'm just going to, this is going to be hilarious. So I'm going to try to roll it. Not easy. So it might be kind of goofy. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I kind of got it. I'm going to roll it. Oh yeah, so it's pretty thin. I think, oh, okay. It's thin, but it's not as thin as the, okay, so I rolled it. It's not, so it's beginning, right? And it's kind of, oh, look at that. Oh, that's no good. What's up with that? Okay, so I got like a kink. But it's, so I kind of, I'm prepping it for the final roll. Ooh, I don't like that. Okay, now I'm going to, it's kind of, I want to add some glue. You definitely want to add, you want to add a little bit of glue in there, but you definitely want to add it right on the edge. In fact, you want to add, it's okay if like it's a little too much here and then you have to wipe it away. It's better that way because you don't want this part lifting up, right? So let's see if I can get this thing to work. Ooh, it's all kinked and stuff. Ooh. If Dave can't do it, how could I even do it? Oh, there's like too much glue. Shoot. Paper towel. But I want to get way too much glue. Okay, I'm just going to have to wipe it away. Okay, here we go. It's going to get all over my fingers. It's going to be great. So let's see. I want this to be a little tighter, as tight as I can get it on this, metal rod file. Let's see. Let me see if I can really. Okay, I'm rolling it. I'm rolling it. Wow. I'm rolling it. I'm rolling it. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, kinky. It's kinked. Not kinky, but it has kinks. Okay. Ooh, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to use the table to kind of hold it. That's pretty thin. That's almost that's funny. That's almost too thin, but I think that'll be okay. I got to hold it because it was lifting. Wow. Wow. That worked out pretty good. I mean, you saw it happen, didn't you? That worked out very well considering what a wreck it was before I even started. So, I don't know. Practice makes perfect, maybe? Wow, I was pretty lucky on this one. But one thing, so what did I do right? Well, I pre-rolled it, so it's kind of getting ready, right? Then I put a little too much glue on, but I definitely wanted to have glue like right on the edge, and so I did, and it was a little too much, but it kind of wiped off. And then I got it pretty tight, but then what I did is this edge was that you didn't see in the flurry of fingers. This was starting to peel up, so I was like, oh man. So what I did was I pressed it down, and using the rod itself, I was able to add pressure to really keep that edge down. So wow, that worked out better than I thought it would, and it's even thinner. It's even thinner than what I would have thought it would have been, but I think that's fine. Oh, it's really thin. I kind of like it. So the question is, like, how thin is too thin? I don't think that's the problem. I think if you get a nice thin barrel, I think that's great. My other barrel, let's see, can I show it to you? This one's almost, see, I think this one's too thick. Let's see if I can focus all this junk. So, it's all in the way. So this one's pretty thin. I think this one's a little too thick. But is it terrible? No, I mean, I just put it in there. The only reason why I didn't like it this thick is because I had a hard time putting my, whatever you call this thing, the silencer or the muzzle or the whatever that thing is, the little exhaust thing. I had a hard time fitting that on. This piece will fit easily onto this thinner barrel. So I don't know. Anyways, so if it's round and it fits, then it's fine. Speaking of which, let's make the end of that gun. So here's this piece. It's a tiny little piece. I had to cut out all those little pieces. There's 1, 2, 3. It's a triangle, and then there's a tab. So I'm just going to fold. I'm going to fold on those lines, and then let's see how we can make this. See if we can make this work. Well, it's gonna fold in and make a triangle. Okay. Now, the triangle, let's see, what's the front? Can you see it? That little rectangle is in the back. Oh boy. Okay. And it's going to go right. Yeah, see, that fits nicely. So it's going to go. Okay. It's going to go like that. See, I have a lot of extra room. It makes a nice triangle. I'll show you. I'll show you the difference. Okay. So I'm going to do. I'm going to add. Boy, where am I going to add the glue? So this is the front with these stripes, and then this is the front. So I could either add, I guess I'm adding glue on the inside of this muzzle. Is that what it is? I'm sure you'll let me know what it's called. It's like a little suppression, flash suppression. Is that what it is? Oh my gosh, Dave, you don't know? You don't know? Aren't you a guns expert? No, I'm not. But you are, so you're awesome. Okay, here we go. I just know this thing is really cool and looks good. Okay, so I need to, so let's see, sometimes it's nice to have that little barrel stick out, and you're like, no, it's not like that. Okay, fine, then don't have it stick out. And I'm holding it, the triangle points down, at least in my design, and let's see. Oh, that didn't take too long. I think that's working. Oh, I could have centered it more. I kind of like it like this. It could have, I like it. It could have, like, see how it's like, oh, I gotta move it up. Okay, I'm moving it up. So that now it's there. It's up to you, but I think this is going to look better. Okay, let me show you. So it sticks up a little. So it's basically glued here, and it's glued on the sides. Now this doesn't look so great, like the white barrel. So you'll paint that with black. You'll use like a black acrylic that you'd use for painting miniatures. Surely you're a miniature painter, right? If not, just buy a little bottle of acrylic black, you get a little brush, and you just paint it. You can use the brush that you use, the brush that's too big, the armory painter brush that's too big to make your barrel. Or maybe there's a thinner brush you can get. But anyways, there's the barrel. Barrel, not too bad, not too shabby. Perhaps I should glue this in place. One problem I'm going to have with gluing this in is it is a little too thin. So like sometimes if your barrel is a little wider, it'll have to it'll squeeze in, and you'll be able to glue it on all 4 sides and it'll hold it. But now it's nice and thin, which is actually kind of nice. But I have to really depend on, and that may not be perfectly flat. So I'm gonna that's gonna be a challenge. I'm letting my barrel dry to the side, and it's taking some time. While we're waiting for that to dry, I'm gonna build, there's a sight. Let's see here. We see the sight. So we're gonna build this sight piece, and this sight piece helps reinforce, you know, the edge of your body to your barrel. And let's build that. This thing is very thin. I did give you an extra one of these in case you screw up, because it's totally easy to screw up and it's tiny. So here's the piece. Hey, there it is. It's real thin. I have to cut it in half first. So that is what I shall do. Wow. Okay, then I'm going to glue them together. Too much glue. Okay. I want to make sure that I got, unmarked on that side. Okay, I'm going to glue these together. This piece may seem like a pain, but it's great. It looks great. Oh. See, I have a little bit of white. Oh, luckily for me it's underneath. You know, I would almost leave it. Like, I can't show you. But if that was on the top, this is the bottom. The top looks like this. The top has this little, it's like a triangle here, and that's going to be trimmed. Once we fold it in half here, let's see, when are we going to do that? We're going to trim that away, and that'll look nice. But if I had a white line here, it's so thin, I might just leave it. I mean, maybe you could use an X-Acto blade. I do have a white line. Let me see if I can show it to you. But it's going to be underneath. It's going to be underneath, so I don't think that's an issue. So that was lucky for me. But if you had a thin white line, maybe just paint it gray. Okay, but we got to fold it on these marks. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 marks to fold. So I'm going to fold them. Okay. So here you can see it's going to, oh, okay, I had a little, so it's going to be like this. And then this piece is going to go underneath the barrel. Well, I have a little bump in there. So you know, it makes, what is this, a pentagon? It probably, this won't go all the way to connect. It'll probably be something like that. It won't connect. But I need to trim off. I'm going to hold it. Let's see. I'm going to fold this. Can you even see it? Of course you can't. Okay. I'm going to cut. There's a slight angle here. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to cut that first. There's a thin sliver that I can't even, okay, point to. And I'm going to trim that, and it looks really nice. I promise. Just be careful not to cut it too thin. I got to make sure I can see what I'm doing. Got it. Okay. Let me see if I can show it to you. There. So that's the sight. That's the back of the sight. Okay, let's see if we can glue this thing on, and then I'll show you. Let's see. I'm going to fold it back out into position. I'm going to put the glue, yeah. Okay. I'm going to put the glue on. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Aw, my barrel. So much for that barrel. I gotta glue that again. Okay, doing this. Well, I have to hold it with this stick, hold it on the inside to push out, to hit my thumb there. Feels good. I'm going to do it over here. Okay, that nice flat edge is coming in handy. Okay, so let's see. So that's what it looks like from the side. Not bad, but it's a little wonky from the front. So let's see if I can just, well, when it dries, maybe I can pull this out a little. Yeah. Yeah, push it over. Oh yeah. Make it more like a box. Okay. It's close. It's not perfect. I mean, in a perfect world, that'd be more centered. But not bad. Okay. Believe it or not, so we have our clips, and there is like this, I don't know, it's like where the clip feeds into the gun. So this is actually like a saddle that overlaps on top of our main shape, and that's what we want to do right now. So we're going to make that shape. It's kind of unusual, and it looks like this. So it's going to have some boxes on both sides, saddlebags, and then it's going to have kind of this piece in the middle that's just going to kind of droop over the top. So I'm going to fold the parts. Let's see, where am I folding? I'm folding, well, it's going to be a box. So here, 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 here. And then this piece will fold down, and this piece will fold down. This is going to be just flat. Of course, I'll fold these tabs. I'll show you what it looks like. I'm going to fold them, and then I'll show them to you. Oh, does that piece fold over? Let's see. Oh, it does. Oh, okay. Finally, let me show you this. This piece folds out, folds over. So I'm gonna fold that first. So here it is. That helps connect it to, like, that'll be a tab that connects to the body. So that piece, that folds out, and then this one folds out. Hey, I thought of everything, and then I forgot about it until I looked at my finished model. Okay, there it is. So I got those. Now I'm going to fold my other pieces typically. Okay. So there's 3 folds on each side of the box. I'm gonna, well, the saddlebags. There are 3 folds. Let's see. Did I get them? Well, 2 folds actually. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if I can show this to you. Yeah. So this will fold down and up right here. And same here, will fold down and up and out, or up or out, or whatever. So I'll show you what that means. But basically I folded, you know, this one folded out, but then I folded this, and that's going to make, you know, that's going to make that box on both sides. Okay, so but now let me show you what I mean by this. So let's see. Oh, here, I can show you just right here. Will it be in focus still? I don't know. So that's going to fold down. This will fold out like this. Can I do this one? Yeah. Okay. Okay. And then right here, that folds down and that folds down. And I'm just going to use my regular fold to show you. Okay. So it's going to be like that. This is going to sit on top of this. Haha. Difficult to show you. And it's probably blurry. Anyways, I need to fold these boxes, these saddlebag boxes first. That's where the clips go in. I still need to fold those tabs that are going to make those boxes, so I'll do that right now. You'll see, I guess. Okay. Okay, so here's, it's gonna fold in and make, it's so tiny, a little box on both sides. So I'm gonna do one at a time. I'm gonna add white glue to these tabs. This is kind of a strange but cool part. Okay. Can you see it? I'm going to hold down this side, but I have to kind of check. Yeah, that side looks okay, I think. Oh, it was kind of lifting up. I can use my stick to kind of help press on the inside. Yeah, that helps. Good. I gotta do the same on this side. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you want to check while you're gluing. I know I got this side, so I'm going to use my metal stick to help me get that side pretty good. Okay, let's see what this... Oh, this one's okay. It can actually go down a little bit. But it may not. I'm just going to glue it. Okay, I think I got it. Let me see if I can fold these a little better. Oh. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here's the piece. So these little tabs will glue to the bottom. So I'm going to add glue like up in here, on here and here, and I'm going to stick it on to this thing. So let's see, let's test fit it. Alright, so it's going to kind of go here, and then it's going to glue on like that. The trick is, see how they're droopy? So those need to stand up. So I'm going to try to fold them up a little more. Let's see if I can do that. Oh, yeah, you just gotta be careful. I gotta get a finger in there and just, okay, yeah, that'll do it. Yes, in fact, that's too much now. Now it's too much, but it's fine. It's gonna be great. So I'm gonna add glue here. I'm gonna add glue on all three of the sides on the inside, and then of course I'm gonna add glue on this little tab and this tab. Where does it go? Here's the front. The front is the front of this piece has the yellow dot, the center point, and then the back of this piece there's a little tiny red dot there. So I'm just gonna, and it connects right to that edge right there. Okay, so I'm gonna press it in, hold it, and I'm gonna check. I want to make sure that this thing is like straight, like a plus, right? So that's what I want. Let's see. Yeah, that looks okay. While I'm holding it, yeah, looks good. There's these little tabs here. So, okay, good. I'm going to try to press those down a little bit with my tool. I don't know how well that's working because I don't want to crush it. Oh, look at that big gap. Can you see the gap? I'm not going to show you the gap. Just paint it. I'll paint it gray. You want to, at this angle you don't see no gap. See? Three-dimensional models. Paper models look great. Oh, there's that. Like that's getting painted gray. If you can see that. If it's blurry, oh, it's too bad. Anyways, this is a fun piece. Now, what's going to happen is, I'm still holding it. The magazines connect. So it'll be two magazines. It has double magazines. How can that happen, Dave? Oh, it's a sophisticated piece of technology, and it looks great. So it has two smaller magazines. I assume this guy has 6 shots, so there's probably only three ammo in each magazine, right? Each precise round. So 3 in each. Okay. Maybe there's armor around those clips so they don't get blown away. Who knows? I don't know. You should ask Atom Industries. Okay, do I have it? I think I have it. Okay, I'm going to start to glue my clips on. So a clip will just go right here. Let's see, let's get a clip. You want to see these arrows. So there's like those little light yellow arrows, and it's just going to clip like this. When you glue it, you also want this to be straight. Like it might have a tendency to like kind of go up or droop down. So like when you glue it, like it may not stick on, like if I have to glue it on the bottom to make it go straight out, that's what I want. Like, yeah, it's fine. So here I go. I'm going to hold it in place. See, if I just press it on, it's going to point up. So I have to like hold it. Oh boy. I'm going to hold it for a while. I have to hold it straight. There might be some other way to flatten it, but or maybe I put a little extra piece of paper in there. I'm sure you'll be inventive. I'm just gonna, yeah. It just didn't glue on the top. There. It glued near the bottom, and there might be like a slight gap. That's okay. It's gray. Oh yeah, that's a pretty big gap. Maybe I can push it in a little more. That's okay. Yeah, it's a big gap. Oh well. Now I'm going to do this one. It looks better that it's straight. Like, a gap isn't as bad as it not being straight. So this guy is flush, so he's nice. You won't always have like a problem like that. It's just, I had one that was droopy, and I didn't like it, so I'm probably just gonna remove it and then just glue it back on, like in this fashion. It's just, the droop doesn't look good. No droopy magazines. Okay, that's still drying, but yeah, that looks pretty good. So it's like a nice, oh look, that one's a little higher. Oh no, oh no. If it's close, just leave it. Have fun. Have fun with the game. If you're a mega perfectionist, I mean, you can be, but just have fun, okay? Don't beat yourself up. you'll make a lot of these, so like one or two might be better than others. Yeah, that clip's kind of bothering me a little, but it's straight. Straighter. Okay, it's cool. Now I need to glue. Oh, I didn't even... The barrel. Is the barrel finally glued on here? It appears to. So now I'm going to glue, this will just glue on right here, and I hope that barrel doesn't just drop off. Not bad, not bad. I like that skinny barrel, but it took a lot to glue that in place. So, you know, these are your model. I'll show you. The other one's wider. It doesn't look as, well, it doesn't look as good, but it glued in easier. But, so whatever happens, thin barrel or slightly thicker barrel, it's all good. Okay, so as far as this goes, it doesn't like, it's down a little from that edge, so it's kind of in the middle of that. You want to kind of make sure it's straight. Yeah, this looks good. So I'm going to hold it, and it's going to take a while to glue. Okay, this thing is still drying, but I've waited long enough. Let it dry. Let it thoroughly dry before you glue it to your plate. But I am going to glue mine to my plate. So I have like my base plate that is going to connect to the back of my loader. And there's like a flat edge here. It's going to glue on. You want to try, there's the yellow center point, and there's a yellow center point on the plate. You want to try to line those up as best you can. You're like, oh, but Dave, I can't do it. If it's close, it's fine. It's fine. So I'm going to very carefully put that down because I don't want that to fall apart while it's still drying. I'm going to add some glue just right onto the plate. Normally I'd add it to the bottom of that gun. I'm just going to add it right here. And then you probably want to put a finger underneath to brace it, right? Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to hold it here. And I'm just going to glue. I'm going to press down. Let's see. Oh, okay. I'm going to hold it. The plate. And it's drying. You can't see it, but I can see a little bit of that yellow dot. And then this is the new... Now, there's two yellow dots, right? What's the center point? It's the top of the gun. So you want to match it as close as possible. And if, you know, that's the center point. So if, hopefully... that would never cause a dispute. Don't, please, you know, it's like off by a millimeter or two, you know, it's fine. It's the center point. It's easy to see. Don't play with people that would be bothered by stuff like that. Okay. Well, this is it. I'm going to remove this because it's still drying, and I'm just going to show you my other finished one. I'm going to let that dry. Let's see, I'm going to remove my finished one. So here's the finished one that I've already made. This one has a bigger barrel. I used a bigger, you know, brush to get this. This looks fine. It looks fine. I like the thinner better. But the problem is I had a difficult time fitting this suppressor on, right? I did get it to fit. Don't forget, you want to paint black inside there. I mean, it looks so much better, right? And it's a simple thing to do. And then if you have a gray, you might try to find a gray that matches, and then you'll just kind of paint these bits. I try to keep it so that it looks like there's white scratches and stuff like that, so the white edges kind of don't feel so bad. But it's nice to touch up things. I usually touch these things up a little. Let me just quickly show you how to, here they got the tabs on that bottom plate. Let's just show you how you're going to put it into your loader in case you haven't watched the autocannon video yet. So anyways, you would have, here's my crab loader chassis. I would have, here's a plate, right? Here's the plate, except it's in the camo of this team. But I would have cut a line with my X-Acto blade right along this edge, and then I would have cut a line right along this edge as well. And so that's where my tabs go in. So I just place my tab, kind of gets in there, and then I'm going to see if I don't knock this one off. There. And I can put it in. And the nice thing about this is you can swap out weapons. So if you want extra autocannons, you're going to put those in. Let's see, did I get, yeah, this one's pretty good. These aren't as straight as the one I just made. But not bad, looks good. So that is your sniper gun for your crab loaders. Have fun playing the game.